All right, well, here we are. It is Man Cave. It's Tuesday. It's Man Cave, and of course, the last time I started introducing Roy, my mom gave me a whole thing about ladies first. So let's start with Sheila. Hi, ma'am. Sheila Mamoka is here.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Roy Karuhize.
You can introduce me also first, then like twice, then after her again.
Wow.
Just to reaffirm.
How many age before beauty? So welcome.
Okay.
Today we're talking about an interesting topic as always, and it's about the side guy. The other one that we are supposed to say we can't say on live here because even Ezekiel Mutuako Toapa 96 Hayuko Mbali. So it is the side guy. And to put it in context, it is, explain to us first of all, Roy, what is a side guy?
Side guy is a guy who's looked at the relationship, and I call it trade specialization. Yeah? Najua hizi siku lazima kuwa na specialized trade.
Yes.
Unaweza kuwa a guy of jua kali, blue collar, white collar work. He's a man who knows where he belongs. So he's chosen the second level of the relationship.
Second tire.
Yes. Your phase 2, your relationship. He doesn't play on phase 1 of the relationship. So this is a guy who's not taking the position of being the lead man in a relationship with you, but he's actually playing second fiddle.
Right.
He's the second man in the relationship. And he seems to be quite comfortable with it these days. Before it was something that actually she was demoting you. Kazi yako imeenda vibaya ama ATM imekufa, so you're now demoted to number 2. But now there are actually guys who are beginning to fight for this number 2 position called a side guy.
So these are not people who are in a actual
they're actually in a relationship. No. They're actually in a relationship. It is a relationship. It's not something where she's trying and kujaribu. They're in a relationship. But remember, what we're saying is, it comes from the whole idea that women are having multiple relationships. As I said, due to specialization, kila mtu akona side yake. If I can use some of those words, kuna simba wa relationship, yani my youth, kuna sponsor for financial applications and such, kuna jama wa maclub, party animal. Kazi yake ni entertainment, crack jokes na nini. Then kuna the other one who is usually on the other side, can I say side B? Side B.
Side B.
Yeah, and he's a good listener.
Right.
So because women have multiple relationships, this guy has now decided the role he wants to play is the second guy. So it's actually a fixed, proper relationship. It's not on and off. It's settled. Right. But it's just that he's the number 2 and he's happy to be in the number 2.
All right. So so in your view, Sheila, is this potent relationship? Is this something that is
Going nowhere?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, going somewhere.
It's going somewhere in a nowhere kind of way.
Absolutely going nowhere. Look, I think every lady out there would say this phenomenon of a side guy who is okay playing second fiddle, third fiddle is basically just avoiding responsibility. This is giving guys an opportunity to say, hey, let me just come in for the goodies, but I don't want to be there for, let's not spend time with each other. Don't call me due to take you out on a date, or that's what your main guy is there for. So these are just leeches in relationships who are there. Yes, they're leeches. They spot it's like a bacteria. They spot a weakness in a relationship, and they hang on to it because a relationship is 2 people. Yeah, and then what role are you playing? There's nothing you're doing there except getting for yourself what makes you happy. Usually you find side guys are. It's not even a financial thing.
That's exactly
it's just an absconding of responsibility. You don't want anyone to come. In fact, we've even seen memes of side guys where the guy will be like, he'll be upset because the relationship, they've broken up. So now he has to step up to the plate, and he's like, no, you have to find someone else to fix me. I'm just a number 2. So you see, that's an absconding of responsibility.
Let's get something right. As I've said, the woman has different friends for different reasons. Yeah. So don't say he's absconding. He's decided to play a certain role and accepted the role. He's not absconded from a role. He said, this is my role. Here in number 2, this is my role. I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll not be your head. I'll be the shoulder that you come to cry on, not your financial head. Right? And where I disagree with Sheila just in the sense that this is usually a mutual agreement. Where the main reason that's causing this is because people believe relationships are very heavy. And because relationships...
Heavy in terms of the work?
In terms of demand, in terms of the work that is needed for a relationship. The responsibility, I do agree to that extent. But the responsibility, the work that needs to be put in, and all those aspects. And because of that, people are saying, listen, because of the nature and the heaviness of the relationship, this heavy duty work in the relationship, you can exchange it on another level. But when you need a respite or relaxation or an exit door, then I will be there for you. People go to nightclubs and say they don't hang on the dance floor the whole night. That's where the action is. That's where the work is. But at some point, she wants to go and sit away from the dance floor and just relax. So for both of them, they're both getting something in it. That she's saying, at some time, there's so many heavy things going on in my relationship that I want another relationship that is where I go to rest.
But let me
rest from my normal relationship.
Even as
so it's a mutual agreement, Willis. It's not one person's thing.
Even as we
so no, if you're going to say he's absconding, then she say she's also absconding. She's accepting it.
The situation, situationship, as it were. Remember, you can talk to us using the hashtag the hashtag for our breakfast, the SMS line 22422. I'll say that again. The hashtag is for our breakfast, and the SMS line is 22422. Now, this so does this work in the same premise like a side chick?
Yes.
I think what needs to be mentioned here is that we must first agree that someone who's a side anything is not on the main dish. You're not a main dish. There's no day that
when you're biting,
you'll substitute the main. There's no day that you'll substitute or replace the main person.
Right.
So you know you've come in for specifically that purpose. Now, we're not talking about who asked this person to be in the relationship. We're talking about guys who decide that these are the kind of relationships they want. What the hell? This guy doesn't know. This person is okay being someone's side guy, and maybe him in his relationship, maybe he also has his own relationship, but he's deciding to go and create a problem in someone else's relationship. Now, for me, the challenge becomes when you're done playing with this, and keep in mind, you're looking at the side guy is probably with the main woman, you're assuming that the main guy doesn't have a side chick. This is already a problem.
Take that again.
Yeah.
I'm really confused.
Because if you're listening to Roy, he's saying, okay, this is a guy who, he's a shoulder to cry on. He's the kind of guy who, he's just there for the light moments. He's not there for the heavy moments. That's where friendship comes in. That's not where you go and get an extra someone who's just like your guy, but calmer that you can tame. You understand? So you're okay playing a side guy here, the tame one, but in your own relationship, you want to be the master. What kind of relationships are these? Let me you understand what I mean? This is a problem. This is a problem in relationships.
I'm sorry, Willis. It's built out of specialization today. Yeah? And that's the way that, as I told you, everyone has a different role for different things today. You have different things that you're getting out of. People have stopped trying to accommodate You know what happened is, Willis, in today's world, people don't compromise. Where I try and achieve or do everything and share everything. Right? So what is happening in today's world is specialization has become even stronger. Yeah? Where I hunt different things for different times. I'll give you an example. Sorry, kupeleka club tena. But the fact is, when you go to a while ago,
at different times,
what they were to, someone would say, my drink is X. Today, if you go and meet a young guy and you ask him, my drink is X, no. He's got different drinks for different days. Different drinks for different days. And different weeks, different months, different moods. So therefore, anataka zingine, one day he wants to eat mukima na ugali, he wants heavy food. So zingine anataka inaitwa bitings. Very light food. People are beginning to reach a position where, honestly, they're becoming very selective. And let's call it spoiled about what they want. They want to have their cake and eat it. Why am I using food as an example? I don't know why.
You're hungry.
Ninja. At the end of the day, we're living in a world where we want to have our cake and eat it. No compromises. But we're not compromising and saying, let me try and get a wholesome package that satisfies me. So what we're doing is dividing things for different roles. And it's not the guy alone. Sheila keeps saying, it's a mutual agreement. Where even her, she's saying, oh, I have a relationship, but there's another relationship I want to have.
Yeah. Can we first address, these are the things that,
it will destroy relationships, though, I agree.
We're used to hearing about the side chick. Like, it's such a common phenomenon. In fact, in the Bible, they call them concubines. They call them, but there was no word for concubine for men. You know what I mean? Men were the guys with the sides. They were not the side. Now, we're here, every single time we're always talking about how the role of the man doesn't even know what his role is anymore. Yeah, because you're busy playing a side guy.
Let me tell you.
Understand? Hold on. And the main thing, and I'll keep saying this, the main thing about a side guy, why a guy would come to you and say, you know what, I don't want to be the main one, I want to be the side one. because he's absconding responsibility.
You know,
He's just a lazy guy.
Let me ask a question.
The ladies, you guys have changed. The women has changed. Let me tell you, as much as you think a long time ago there were no men who were concubines, right? Per se, right? But also women were more submissive at that time. Today, because women are less submissive, it's so demanding that the guys are now, this is what's happening, we're equalizing roles. The guys are becoming more submissive and the women are becoming more authoritative and demanding.
So you can also increase.
Let's look at what makes a guy want to be a side guy. Of course, there's what you've talked about.
Absconding of responsibility.
But what about this?
There's a long word, absconding.
Abscond.
Kusema hepa,
Out there, ndio.
Ningetumia word ingine ni political statement. So they think about it this way. There are those ones who maybe they are married and the wife, they have everything. They got the money, they have kila kitu. And the wife is maybe too demanding. I'm clear, quote unquote. And so he goes to a situation where actually go na udem mwenye sasa hapa hivi mimi ndo mfalme. Huku kwa nyumba mimi si mfalme. Mimi ni wathog. For lack of a better animal. Huku mazemi nikisema niko na respect kwa sababu
huyo si side guy.
I only bring
si side guy. Si side guy, only sponsor.
No.
You must understand there's a difference. Yes. A side guy, even there's a difference between.
It's the woman who gives you the
hold
money.
That's not a side guy.
Hey,
that's not a side guy. A side guy is not someone. A side guy is not a kept guy.
Now he's always being eaten.
He's not a kept guy.
A side guy is not a kept guy.
He's not a kept guy. A side, in fact, if you usually look, they usually, if your babe has a side guy, chances are it's one of your friends, because he's seeing a gap. It's all about the gap, and usually a side guy doesn't necessarily have his own relationship. Yeah. This is a guy who doesn't want. He just wants to tap, and he doesn't want a chick who, as soon as he taps, she'll want more. He wants one who's in a relationship. He just wants to be able to sample and leave, not have any ties to anyone. He's not a kept guy. No.
But you know, she's saying that he only wants to do sample and leave. No, it's not just sampling, as you're saying. He wants bitings. Samosa hivi is the samosa in the relationship, and he's not the oog. Yeah, he can't play the ugali role, but that doesn't mean he's not food, right? In the essence that he has a role that's very useful in the relationship. We have to stop talking about food now, unless anyway.
Samosa cake.
The fact is, what he wants, Willis, is exactly what she also wants, right? Which is a respite or a rest from a relationship. It's a relationship of a different nature. And I've said the reason that relationship is existing is because we're not compromising. We're not trying to get everything out of a relationship. We want different roles or different things from the relationship, right? And I'm not going to hold the guys responsible. I think women have led the guys to become into this creature. Right? Wait.
How?
Because women have stepped up their game, become more authoritative, more demanding, more independent. And the guys who have not been able to cope with that, the weaker ones, what have they decided to do? I don't want the complications. It's not that he wants
to... So is a side guy a weaker guy?
Imagine funny enough, no?
Usually...
Imagine funny enough, no? Because
to some extent, you know why I'm saying he's a slightly weaker. Slightly.
Weaker in the pocket or weaker in the...
No, weaker in character. Okay. Because he doesn't want the demanded character of a man.
You know,
he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. The fact is, I'll have to, when she's blasting me, I'll have to stand there like a man and take it. No. I want to be able to walk away.
I feel like you guys are really missing the point of the side guy. And this is not a guy who's lacking in anything. This is a guy who is good looking. First, you can't be a side guy if you're not good looking.
But you can have a good looking wallet.
Because no, hold on, it's not. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm just saying.
The side guy is not about his money.
Of course.
It is not about what he can do for you. It all boils down to what you're lacking in your relationship. And usually most times when a lady is going out of her own marriage or own relationship, it is a sexual issue. So a side guy is someone who can satisfy...
It's not a sexual issue.
It's someone who can satisfy your sexual needs. If you're thinking that a side guy is one who's going to sit down and listen to you at your shoulder to cry on, he doesn't have that time. And that's where your main guy comes on board. That's why I said it's very important to differentiate...
Hey, Sheila, you missed it.
To differentiate between differentiate between the side guy and someone who's being kept and someone who's sponsoring. There are three different issues.
So what is the
a side guy is someone who just doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship.
So
him is just in it to win it and leave.
No, you make it sound like a concubine. No, that's wrong.
That's the idea.
But that's the idea.
Let me tell you, I know a lot of... Oh, I nearly said I know a lot of guys. I know a friend who knows someone who knows someone who does that. Sio mimi namjua. I'm just saying for a friend of a friend.
Yes.
And the fact is, I know the guy who is in that relationship and likes that chick genuinely. It has nothing to do with, they hardly ever do anything. But the fact is, he enjoys her relationship. What he doesn't enjoy is the other heavy stuff that comes with the relationship. And I'm talking from the view of, I'm a guy, surely. I do look like one.
But those are the that's so exactly what I'm saying.
I'm saying, talking from the guys, I'm telling you what these guys want. These guys vary in their needs. There's someone, if it's just about your body, that's a concubine. Then you might as well even start paying him.
That's what a side guy is.
Tell him to be coming with a POS. You just slide card for that relationship. But here I'm talking about a guy who enjoys your company, enjoys the relationship he has with you. But what he doesn't want is the heavy responsibilities that come with going out with you. So he's willing for you to treat him not too seriously, for the basic to take.
So isn't that exactly what I've said?
Isn't
that exactly what I've said?
Babe, what
yes, you're not sitting with him to discuss how you're going to buy 15 acres of land.
But isn't that exactly what I've said?
But let me tell you, he values you. He values you. He does value you. It's not that he wants to come. She's making it sound like he just wants to tap and go.
Yo, let me tell you something.
I am telling you, Willis, that's why she gets it wrong. It's not the only reason.
Okay, he might look. I love Roy because even when a guy has 1%, he'll be like, he's good. Out of 100, he's okay. Look,
10%
let's say it the way it is. First, if you're not willing to be in a relationship with me, you're absconding responsibility.
See,
look. You want to get all the benefits of a relationship, but you don't want to call me your girlfriend. You don't want us to be serious with each other. That's what we call absconding of relationships. And what we're saying is a side guy is someone who's mastered that. He knows how to navigate.
Is in a relationship.
The fact that a woman allows you with her body, means that she knows that there's at least something. You care for her at some level.
Hey, Willis, she's got it wrong. He's not ashamed of the relationship. He's
not
hiding. She said that you don't want me to call you the girlfriend.
We cannot have a discussion if you are not listening to each other.
This is the thing. So first of all, we've established that this lady is in a relationship with the main guy.
That's why the one side
but
comes
even
from.
Him,
right?
So atafuti yo anatafuta.
No, the only part I've defined is that one line she said
anatafuta goodies and no strings attached, basically, right? So that's why the side guy comes in. Because even if the side guy cares for you, anajua uko na mtu mwingine.
And he's not trying to get you out of that. Yes. Is that someone who cares about you?
No, let me
thank you. That is, to some level. Hold on, Roy.
He's willing to share.
Roy.
Any bwana wa pili, though you cannot be pili.
Sheila, yes.
Are you going to interrupt me?
No.
Thank you.
But
what I'm trying to say, at the end of the day, if you want to, you must differentiate. This is not someone who's in it for money. This is not someone who's being kept. This is not someone who's trying to get you out of that relationship. So this is not someone who's fighting for you. This is someone who's comfortable being like a parasite in your relationship. Yes, he wants that balance. In fact, he'll even give you advice about your main relationship because he doesn't want that structure to break, because if it breaks, it affects his situation. So he just wants, do your thing, girl. Oh, what? No. Forgive men. Forgive him, you know. He just wants that to continue. And a guy like that can be in numerous situations, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that's holding you to him or him to you. He can leave, he can bounce. So it's not a money thing. This is just someone who's absconding responsibility. Doesn't want to be in a relationship, but doesn't want to be out there just with anyone. He wants to set, his own sort of relationship, but in his own terms. Yeah, but that's a bad thing.
The only thing I'm differing from her is the comment she made, and why I had to stop her is because of that comment. She said, which one? He doesn't want, if you don't want to call me your girlfriend. Let me tell you something about side guys. They'll say that's my chick, but he knows the context with which he's calling her his chick.
Ni chick, yeah.
Yes. It's not that he doesn't abscond from the fact that he's not ashamed to call it, to say that's my girl. But him is saying the context with which it's never, he uses lines like it's never that serious. And where Sheila is actually describing what I was talking about is when she talked about his absconding, I kept saying that he's a weaker guy. Because you can see those are signs of a weakness. Those are signs of weakness.
Is that really signs of weakness or someone who's
he's not willing to abscond, take responsibility for a relationship, not willing? That's a sign of weakness. I keep saying he's a guy who's accepted to be number two. Does not mean he's not in a relationship with you that is clear and open about. When you have 4 wives, right? When you have 4 wives, okay, 7. Just picking favorite numbers. When you have your 7 wives, Wife number 4, is she ashamed of saying that she's a wife? No, she's yes. Does she not like the guy? She does. I'm telling you, this is all that's happening here. Wait, all we're having here is a reverse of a relationship. Wait, we're having a reverse where the guy is willing to be, as I kept saying it, sort of like the wife in that relationship, wife number 4. And the problem is today is that I have, and outside is that guys are accepting it. Being a weak man and saying that's what kind of relationship I want to have. Right. But not because of lack of care. It's just reversed.
Hold on, I just need to clarify something that Roy said. He said, because women are becoming more independent, men are, you know, that is not even physics, science, it's not even factual. There's nothing about women being empowered that disempowers men. You understand? That is a choice. And that's why I said, look, let's not start by saying at women, men. No, let's address these side guys. These side guys are just useless guys who are literally... Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. These are guys... No, because think about it like this. What is a man? Who is a man?
No, she's supporting me.
Who is a man? A man is someone who says, this is mine. You understand? Now we're having a situation where you still want to call yourself a man, you still want to wear pants, but you still want to behave like a chick.
She's not supporting me. He's not a real man.
Come on.
I kept saying it. Miller Gibbs and I agree with Combox. A side guy is always looking for a weakness in one's relationship. In most cases, they know you, and they're always in it for the goodies. All right, let's take a look at some others here. Somebody says, Teacher Call Lydia says, a relationship is a liability with ladies. No lady can get in a relationship with no strings attached. Josephat says, side guy is a big deal, comma, in caps, the main course.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually true, because if you're in a relationship, you're thinking. Think about it like this, yeah. If your wife or your girlfriend has a side, whatever, yeah, it's not that because she's getting. It's usually that's not a sponsor. So the only reason she's going there is what?
For the big deal.
Yes, that means hapo nyumbani hakuna kitu umepatia. So who's the real man in that house?
Okay. Nasuma tombe hapa real man useless or no power.
I can say. I just said it's all it is.
All you guys should just discuss it.
He has a relationship. He's just a weaker man and not able to handle the other 60% that comes with relationships. These are guys who can solidly drive relationships and take the good and the bad. What he wants is the good in a relationship.
You know,
the good. I've just said he just can't take the bad in a relationship, so he wants to be number 2, so that he only takes the good. And I keep saying the good is not only sexual.
All right, so now, even as we make our final comments, you know, Roy, when you said the lady wants that, then you did this. I thought of something else. But
I feel like that's what we were talking about.
Bigger movement.
You're like, you know,
expansive.
Yeah. So we'll take final comments. I'll start with yes, Sheila.
I mean, the side guy is definitely a problem that's emerging in relationships. I think at the end of the day, I don't know what advice to say, but like if you are that guy with a side guy, where you feel sorry for other people in relationships, you know, for now you may think that, you know, your strokes are everything, but the truth is you're going to grow older, and some other guy will come and do exactly to you what you're doing to that guy. So kaange kujua.
I said mine is just to agree. Sheila, unfortunately I have to agree with Sheila on a lot of things.
I feel like we should have a meter there of how many times is agreeing with me.
Unfortunately. Yeah, but I mean, if it's making sense, it's making. I'm not going to just argue for the sake of, like the other man you're talking about, for the sake of arguing. But I'm saying, I still insist that it's a sad thing that has happened today, and these are guys who are not ready to play Simba. They are used to Paka power. That's the most they can figure. The proper Simba power they can't play, right? So it's a reality that it's just guys who can't step up to an entire relationship. And I'm saying it's a phenomenon today because we have a weaker guy, because women have stepped up their game, put these guys under the pressure, and they can't handle it. So then they can only take 30%, your 70%, they can't handle in the relationship. So they have accepted defeat. And I've said it's very sad today that, remember, if you do this, all I can say is you're not a real man because you don't have the strength to handle the good and the bad.
This guy is called Snack, by the way.
And it's Snack.
You want to buy things peke yake.
All right, so Thank you guys so much. Of course, thank you for your comments as well on hashtag Power Breakfast. Couldn't read all of them, but we do appreciate them as well. And 2242 today had a little bit of a problem, but we still thank you if you did make an effort to do that. We have not ignored, just a small hitch there. But asante sana. At the end of the day, like we always say, we try to unpackage what's happening out there, and you make the decision yourself. And then guess what? The amazing thing is you get to live with them. So, until next week, don't go too far though. Coming up next, Lillian Nzisa Muli is coming up with Citizen Extra. The hashtag is Citizen Extra. Will be live in different locations, including the Supreme Court. So stay with us. Successful people look like you. All Kenyan stars. Not side snacks. And the great Manchester United.
Come on.